What's up, man? You know who be your boy Ron D, aka Boogie, aka Ron Deezy. So I came to do what I haven't done in a while, and that's a movie review. So I'm gonna do it on Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Now, I know you guys were all excited when the commercial came out, when it landed on the moon, and that's all they gave you for the first teaser trailer. Then they start showing more and more of it, and you're like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. They're destroying the city and everything. Well, guess what, guys? Don't be in the rush to go see it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna tell you four things. Don't be in the rush to go see it. Don't see it in 3D. Read the books or play the game. The books I read were called Transformers Dark of the Moon Adaptation. They're like comics. But it explains and it helps a lot of what's going to happen when you watch the movie. The game I haven't played, but I read that the game actually explains what's going to be going on in the movie too. And I forgot number 4. But anyways, Dark of the Moon. I give it a 3 out of 5. I'm gonna tell you why. There was comedy there, but not as much as part 2. But I'm not saying that part 2 or not having comedy enough not having a lot as comedy as part 2 was bad, but it's not good either. But I'm just letting you guys know it wasn't that much comedy as part 2. Not a bad thing, not a good thing. Action, there could have been a lot more action in there. There's more Transformers on the Autobots, but they didn't show enough of them. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the clips where you saw those cars that had guns on them already. They didn't show too much of them. I can't remember the names. Michael Bay, he kind of did the same thing he did in part 2. He put more stuff in it, but not enough time to tell it or tell why it was happening like this. There's stuff in there like there's events that happen in there like why or why is that happening or why is that in there. But like I said, you guys gotta read the book or play the game. It explains and it helps a lot. I can't tell you enough. Do it, okay? I'm telling you guys, watch the movie like 2 weeks later. Read the books first, play the game, and then watch the movie. Okay? Like, there's another thing I like. There's Transformers in part 2 that are not in part 3. And then there's Transformers in part 3 that are not in part 2. Like, I still wonder what happened to Barricade in the first one. Remember when Barricade, the police car, the one that fought Bumblebee? You remember in the first one when they're on the freeway and you see him and he disappears. You never see him again. And he didn't show up in part 2. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, they didn't. And there's some stuff that he didn't need in that movie. Transformers didn't need that movie. Like the new girl, they didn't need her in there. Sam, they didn't need him in there. To be honest. Once again, the movie is based around Bumblebee and Optimus. Don't get me wrong, they kick ass. Especially Optimus in part 2. He was like, I'll take on all you guys. Hit, slash, bash. But if you're going to have a team of Transformers, show the team. Let them all do something that's important. They just want, Bumblebee and Optimus, they got all the scene. All the scenes. There's some Transformers in there you probably won't hear them say the name, or you probably won't remember. Because it shows so much of Optimus and Bumblebee. I'm gonna tell you. Here's a spoiler alert right here. They didn't show too much of Megatron in there, and you know why? I'm not gonna tell you why, but I'm gonna tell you how you find out, and that's to read the books and play the game. I'm telling you, it explains a lot. There's stuff in there the movie is gonna start off like, dang, did I miss something? Do I have to watch part two again? No, you have to read the book or play the games. I'm telling you, take it from me. I read the books. I've seen four of them at the job I work at, but I think there's a lot more. There's one called Foundation. There's one called Rising Storm, and these are all prequels. It says on the title, it says official prequel adaptation to Transformers, something like that. But yeah, if you guys don't read those books, you guys are gonna be confused. Like, how did this happen? I'm telling y'all, you're gonna watch. And one thing I want you guys to look out for. I don't know if it was me, but I want you guys to look out for this. I think I saw a blooper in the movie. Like, it was a huge blooper. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Can you rewind that, please? I saw a huge blooper in there. And it's at the part when the whole movie takes a twist. When everybody's like, ooh, wow, no way. It's in the middle of the movie, and it's the part when they're in the hangar at their base. That's all I'm gonna say. But you guys look out for that blooper. You guys tell me if I'm tripping or not. But it's not worth seeing in 3D. It was like Avatar. You know, Avatar when it came out, you guys saw it through. It was only like two parts in the movie where you're like, oh wow, that's cool. They're in the theater with me. It was only like that in Transformers. The sound could have been better, or maybe it was the theaters I went to. I went to go see it at Century 3D theaters. I wish I would have saw that at AMC theaters or IMAX because they have more surround sound, bigger speakers. So that's what I suggest to you guys. Did I already say I get the movie 3 out of 5? I think I did. But don't be in a rush to go see it. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just I expected more. It wasn't. I'm gonna say to me, it's not that great. But hey, I'm a big movie fan. I used to watch movies all the time, every week, every Friday. I was at the theaters. Every Tuesday, I was buying a new release. So, and I like Michael Bay. I like how he did on the island. Um, I like how he did on I Am Number 4, even though people say that movie that sucked. I liked I Am Number 4. I can't wait till they come out with I Am Number 6 or I Am Number 7. I'm trying to look out for the books. But yeah, that's what I say about Transformers: Dark of the Moon. And did you guys realize when it first came out, when it first announced it, it was called Dark Side of the Moon, but then it turned into Dark of the Moon. Did you anybody catch that? And check it out, and because Dark Side of the Moon has an actor or is the name of an album of this artist. I can't remember his name. He's like a rock guy, pop guy, and they actually mentions his name in the movie, which is kind of like ironic. But yeah, that's my movie review. Subscribe, comment, like, and I'm gonna give you some more reviews. I'm gonna get back on this. You know, I should have done Green Lantern when I saw it, but I didn't. But anyways, Road Squad, Ron D.